Hello, my name is Christian Barton, and I'm going to persuade you guys on why an Xbox Series X is actually a better purchase than a PlayStation 5. Now, for those of you that do not know, there are different consoles and liked by a lot of people, but different people. So, Microsoft actually produces Xboxes, and Sony produces PlayStations since the beginning of time. Now, I want to raise 3 points to you guys. My point one is going to be Microsoft has shown a better production rate. Microsoft has produced Xbox Series X's and they've produced Xbox Series S's. These are two different consoles that have dropped at the same time. It's kind of like iPhone, how iPhone has produced three different iPhones from the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the iPhone 12 Mini, or just the iPhone 12 Pro. Three different iPhones. That means their production rate is amazing. Well, this same thing goes for Microsoft. They're producing double the Xboxes more than PlayStation. So Sony, which makes PlayStation, they cannot keep up with the production rate, and they have sold less Xboxes or less PlayStations than Xboxes. Now, my second reason is PlayStation has now started monitoring the parties. This means when you're talking to your friends and playing a game, your parties are now monitored by Sony. They're doing this because an incident has sadly happened and somebody was harmed by this, so now they want to make sure that everyone's being friendly. And even though this may seem safe, it's actually kind of violating personally. My third reason and final reason is Xbox is made for people who like to play with other people. Now, I have a list of games that PlayStation 5 runs at 120 FPS frames per second, and there's only a few games that work and that could be played on the PlayStation 5. These go from Assassin's Creed, Astro Playroom, Demon Souls, Marvel Spider-Man, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and the most popular one, Call of Duty Cold War. Now, that was 6 games. All of them are solo players except for one, and that's Cold War. Now, my main argument is PlayStation 5 is for people who like to play alone. If you love to play with other people, Xbox Series X is the way to go. Xbox Series X offers all of those games, including Gears of War, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Any game you want to play with your friends, you can play with any of them. Now, a couple other statements I want to raise. Now, Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 use a lot of the same things, from custom AMD Eternals using the same Zen 2 and RDNA 2. This means the graphics, the FPS are all the same. However, not all of the games on PlayStation can run at 120 FPS. This means that Sony cannot keep up with the production of games being produced running at the speed they need them at. Xbox Series X has had 15 plus games that can run on 120 FPS and the graphics, and it's successful. It has plus 15 games. Now, PlayStation 5 only has limited 2 to 3 games that can run at the graphics and the FPS. That means if you have a PlayStation 5, you are not getting the gameplay you wanted out of it because the games won't work on the console. Now, a disadvantage I wanted to say about Xbox Series X is gamertag changes. Microsoft charges you $10 every time you want to change your name. However, they do allow one free name change. Now, PlayStation, this is where they beat Xbox. They don't charge you for gamertag changes, and it's all free. A PSN is a free gamertag change. If you just log online, it's simple. So that is where I will give it to them. Now, another thing is Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X is small and transferable. The PlayStation 5 is not. Now, I have a replica, or not a replica, I actually have an Xbox Series X. It's right here. It's simple, it's small, and it's easy to transport. So it can sit 2 ways, like this, so it sits on its top like that, or it can sit like that. So this thing's actually a high-speed device. I use it every day. It runs all the games I want. I can watch Netflix, Twitch, I could use Discord, anything I feel on it. Now, another argument I want to raise is because the PlayStation 5 parties are monitored, this is causing people to spend more money on something like a Mixamp. A Mixamp allows you to use a different app to communicate with your friends personally, and alone, not so you don't feel violated. Now, something where Xbox comes in clutch is if Xbox did want to monitor the Xbox parties, it has a built-in app on the Xbox called Discord, and if you want to use Discord, it is not monitored and is it another way to communicate rather than using Xbox parties. Overall, I raised 3 points. These 3 points were Microsoft has produced way more than PlayStation 5, Sony. PlayStation 5 has parties that are being monitored. Like I said, a lot of people disagree with this and are not fans of it. My third and final reason was Xbox is made for people who like to play with other people. So it's a public console, I would like to say. Other than that, PlayStation 5, I just don't like it. It's for individual people. The parties are monitoring. And the only thing good I can say about PlayStation 5 is you get a free gamer tag change. Overall, I hope I was able to explain to you and persuade to you why I feel the Xbox Series X is actually a better buy. Both are the same price, but like I said, the Xbox Series X is running more games at 120 FPS and better graphics. The PlayStation 5 cannot run as many games as this can run. So I hope you guys buy it for Christmas, for your kids, or for yourself, because this Xbox Series X is definitely the real deal. The PlayStation 5 is not. Thank you for your time.